Day went pretty good. Mine went pretty good. People left me alone, and I was able to mind my own business. But I got to start off with a little jokey joke. Um, this one really ain't no joke. This is why I hate going to public restrooms. I went to the restroom today, and I'm very meticulous about washing my hands. And one of my homeboys, he was coming out of there, and hey, what's up, Pappy? And I seen him just come out the stall, which means, see, dudes, we got to stand up kind of stall. So if you're doing the number one, you standing up. You ain't coming out the out the bat booth. This dude coming out the bat booth, and I know he was trying to shake my hand. Lord, no, no, we don't do that kind of stuff. You just came out the booth from wiping your butt, and you want to give me daps? Oh no, they ain't. Boy, if you go wash your nasty hands, get your nasty fingers away from me. And I don't know what's underneath them nails. So I had to keep it walk. I had to keep it moving. So anyway, that's my little thing today. Here's my little recommendation. I taught my kids, they're teenagers now. I taught them this, and I want to share this with you guys, just in case you run into people who want to shake your hand right after coming out the stall. Or here's the big problem. Big problem is people use the restroom, and I was surprised to find out some of the methods that y'all women use to use restrooms. I heard of standing on the stall and squatting like it. Well, I ain't gonna say nothing further. So y'all got your own little methods, but the bottom line, women can be pretty, but I found out they can be nasty. And so here's the remedy. When you coming out the restroom, make sure to grab an extra napkin and open the door with the napkin in your hand. Don't touch the door handle. Because you know what's nasty? People can walk out the restroom and wash their hand, and then they open in the door, and then you come back into the restroom not knowing what just happened, and you put your hand on that door handle, and you go back to your desk, and now you snacking on chips, and y'all get the point. Don't want to do that, all right? So always get an extra napkin and open the door with the napkin so that there won't be any problems, period. Okay? Now, also, I talked to my tech people, and we're going to have this matrix style movement fixed by Monday's show. There was an adapter piece that I need for this brand new webcam, and then we'll be up and running perfectly. Okay? With that being said, let's get into tonight's show. Tonight's show is Friday night. I know most of my Facebook family, Twitter family, I know you guys are out having a good time. Please be careful out there on the road. But I do want to share a brief bit of information. I had sent out a food for thought, and that's what I want to talk about today. So tonight is not going to be a comedy night. This is one I want to speak heart to heart, from my heart to yours. Tonight's show is called, When Are You Going to Get a Divorce from Your Past? When are you getting divorced from your past? Here's the issue I want to talk about tonight. There are multiple numbers of times where we have opportunities to let things go, and we complain about what happened to us in the past. But baby, understand that's exactly what it is. It is past. It is gone. There's nothing you can do from it. In the past, you can't change it. You can't. I know we think about it and let it replay in our head like a VCR stuck on rewind. But baby, let me tell you something. Past is past, and you're letting your future and your present bypass you because your mind is still stuck in the past. Here's what you need to do. You need to divorce your past. That's right, have an official ceremony and just let it go. Whoever hurt you, whatever you've lost, whatever it is, it's time to cut it loose, because while you're still trying to overcome your past, your present and future is constantly becoming the past. And nothing is happening positive because you're so stuck on what already then took place that you're not paying attention to what is taking place or what will take place. I always use this story when I'm talking to my students and I'm teaching. And I tell them, it's like a person trying to drive a car and they're constantly keeping their eyes in the rear view mirror. How long is it going to be if you're on the freeway and your eyes are stuck in the rear view mirror before you actually hit a wreck? If you are in California or any other parts of the country, normally the freeways never run in a particular straight line. They usually tend to move in a swervy type of direction. And if that be the case, you got to keep your eyes on where you're going so that as the roads are turning, you'll know how to turn yourself. But if your eyes are constantly on what is in behind you, then you're going to have a wreck. you notice that the rearview mirror is smaller than the windshield. The windshield is larger than your rearview mirror simply because you have no business concentrating on what you have passed up. It's only to remind you where you came from, but it is not to direct you to where you're going. The windshield is bigger because the picture is supposed to be bigger of your future, where you're going, not where you came from. So tonight, I'm not going to have a long show because I'm going to get back to what I'm going to also share with you before we close out tonight. But I just want to ask that particular question. I know your heart has been broken. I know you have cried many nights. I know you have been in pain. So have I. And I'm not trying to be facetious or funny. Baby, it is not funny to be in pain. I do understand that. But what I am trying to tell you is this: be in pain for a short amount of time, but have the divorce, have the funeral, and then move on with life. You'll find out the things that you've learned from your past are schoolmasters or teachers to teach you how to be more mature with the things you're going to be stepping into in your future. Because, baby, the future can be brighter. And you can use the things that you've learned in your past as stepping stones to mature you to handle the blessings that are facing you in front if you get your butt down the road. Okay? With that being said, I'm going to leave that subject alone and we're going to close out for tonight. Like I said, I know a lot of you guys are out and about. I've talked to a couple of friends and on Facebook. They already heading out to different spots. The ladies are at the nail shops and all that kind of stuff. I understand that. Mwah, I love you guys dearly. Nikki Nick, mwah, I love you dearly. But here's the thing. Tonight, I want to also leave you with one more thing. Right now, I'm watching on VH1, P. Diddy, Queen Latifah, and many others are on there. Wyclef, I'm really proud of you, bro. You hearing it live on the show. Happy Pappy is Uncle Pappy. Happy Pappy. I'm just so proud of what you're doing because again, I was sharing with my kids earlier. I said, see, this is what I'm talking about. When you never know when your turn to be a blessing is going to come up. If it wasn't for you, Wyclef, people would have already have forgotten about what has taken place, but you're keeping the light going and we're proud of you. So with that being said, they are broadcasting a number where you can text a donation and it doesn't matter how small, $5 or even $10 will be a blessing. And the phone number, or better yet, the number to text is 50555. That's 50555. And text the message SOS. And then you'll be able to make a donation of any size that you desire. 50555. Also, Pure Water Filters by Procter and Gamble. They had came up with a little packet. It looks like a little seasoning packet or a little tea bag. But when you mix it in water, it actually takes any type of unclean water and purifies it into drinking water. It's amazing. And they're donating millions of these packets so that people will be able to have drinking water. And they said for a small $10 donation, you'll be able to provide water for several families for a couple of months, just by making a simple $10 donation. So again, whatever you have to give, just give. You know, the Bible says you give and it shall be given back to you, and that you're also going to reap what you sow. These people are in need, and right now, this is the time to be giving. And so if you're selfish right now, remember, your time going to come around when you are in need too. So again, I know tonight is not a comedy night, and that's fine. We'll do that starting Monday. I got some hot shows coming up this next week. But for tonight, I just want to speak heart to heart to you guys, okay? I love you dearly. This is your Uncle Pappy. Keep sending in questions and emailing me and all that kind of stuff. Hit me up on my webpage, www.theunclepappyshow.com, www.theunclepappyshow.com, or you can continue to send me emails to theunclepappyshow@yahoo.com. Okay? As I say at the end of every show, DGU. Don't give up. All right. Peace and hair grease, baby. Love y'all. Bye.